We're going to get things started again in about 4 minutes. Everyone, please start to return to your seats. We want to get started here soon.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Everybody, round of applause. Let's just say, hey. Yeah, well, this is good stuff. So who has learned something already today? Yeah, like maybe even like 2 things. Like, all right, time to go home. Like, we're done, right? You know, party for the rest of the night. But seriously, what I want to hear from you just real quick is what have you learned? What have you learned from today, from when we started until now? And here's the reason that I ask. I mean, well, this really goes back to what Dave talks about study, do, and teach, right? As we verbalize things, we learn. Did you know that in adult learning theory, they talk about something like 4 to 6 repetitions if all the person is doing is just passively hearing information to retain like 40% of the information, right? Like 4 to 6 repetitions. If you teach something once, 80% retention. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's wild. So I'd like to hear from you guys. What have you got from today? What have you learned?
If you teach something once, you get 80%.
If you teach something once, you get like 80%. All right, yeah. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. The man has learned. Okay, and let's get mics. Can we get mic runners? We need mics.
That's great.
And I will repeat I'll repeat it if we don't before we get mics. Go ahead.
It's absolutely stupid not to use stupid tactics to change your state.
Right. It's stupid not to use. Dude, give her the mic. Give her the mic. Repeat it. We want to hear it one more time.
It's stupid not to use stupid tactics to change your state.
Yeah. And it's not complicated to change. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need professional help, because that's what I do, right? I mean, I help people make big changes. But the reality is that day by day, we can make incredible changes by doing like stupidly simple stuff, right? When I really figured out that some of this stuff worked, when I started to see the real structure of change that happened, I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? It is too easy to change not to do it. If you battled with your own mind forever, your own heart, it's like it's time to change. It's time to wake up, raise your energy up, and bam, break through the wall. Okay, cool. What else?
I learned that I can put the most evil, horrible, self-degrading thought in my head, and I can change my state within a minute.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Let's hear a round of applause for this guy, right? And Kevin had something here for us just a minute ago, and I'd like to hear what Kevin had to say.
Yeah. Biggest breakthrough so far, it's only not even been 2 days, right? Is what Will has taught with respect to changing state. 40 years in this profession, I've had the same challenge, and that's in the old school, approaching that next prospect to talk to them about the opportunity. And now that it's evolved into the internet, and thank God I changed from old school to new school, so I have best of both worlds. How do you stop yourself from approaching a prospect? Well, that's simple. By not buying something for pay-per-click, by not paying for solo ads, or by not chatting in Facebook with potential prospects. And I find myself, and if anybody has been paying attention to the Souzas, our business has been doing this. Really great highs when we're high, and really great lows when we're low. Mike Hobb knows the best because he's my sponsor, thank God. And so the changing of the state, there's been something that I've been doing personally that I didn't even realize I was doing. I'm a whistler, okay? And so I just whistle all day long. She can attest to that. And because I studied music, I can really whistle, okay? And I'm not going to start whistling. We don't have time for that. Bottom line is, whistling.
We can make time.
Right. But whistling has been my long-term state stabilizer.
Right.
If that's how you label that. Mm-hmm. And of course we discussed the jumping rope, or the, what I was making fun, but it still works, using your finger exercises, right, or hula hoops or whatever. And my breakthrough, other than breaking through that wood and stopping myself from not approaching that next prospect, has been the fact that I can instantly like Rob just said, change my state and conquer something that's been a plague in my mind for 40 years from the last 2 days and from what you've taught. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Huge round of applause for that. Okay, let's hear one or two more things, then let's do something to like change our state, right? We're going to go from Florida to another state. It's going to be awesome. Okay? No, but seriously, what else have you guys got? Okay, that's good. Who's learned something from Dave? Huge, right? Yeah, big stuff, back to basics. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and one more time, right before we bring up Dave, somebody grab Dave and poke him back in the event staff and tell him that we're about ready for him. But let's go ahead and do something fast for, well, can I show you something first? Sure. Can I show you one more thing? Hopefully somebody's taken a picture of this, and if not, can somebody just actually for the front row just like take a picture of this in case like the event staff doesn't have? You got something?
1 sec.
Okay. And then if we need it, we at least got it. Okay, you got it. All right. So I'm gonna draw out something for now. I did not invent this. I wish I did. But this is probably one of the most brilliant things that I've seen to describe self-sabotage on in a simple graphic. Okay, let's see. That's kind of hard to see. Let me switch this up. Okay, top of the world, right? Feels good to be there. People are joining your business. You're feeling good about life. Everybody's happy. State's good. Energy's good, right? Oh no. Right? I feel like I feel like things are about ready to fall apart, right? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like they aren't quite there yet. You're not quite on top of the world. Things are still going okay, but it's like you feel like you're climbing up one of the rock walls, and your fingers are getting real tired, and you're just barely hanging on, and you know that soon everything's just going to go to hell, right? Raise your hand if you've been there. Come on, let's be honest, okay? Right? What happens next? Free fall. Right? You know, it's like all hell has broken loose officially, and then you're going right for the ground, right? You see the ground coming, you're like, oh no, I'm going to bounce, right? And it's not a good thing. And then, like, to add insult to injury, once you hit the ground and, like, you know, your bones are broken and you're feeling bad about yourself, the planet has the courtesy to like roll over on top of you, right? And just like crush you, you know? And so now you've got like the weight of the entire world just sitting right on top of your chest, and it's like, I can't move, right? It hurts if I move, it hurts if I breathe, it hurts if I don't move. And so you're stuck, right? You're stuck down here. But then there comes a moment when you finally gain the courage to start climbing out of your hole, hand over hand. You're diligently climbing up. You're climbing up out of the pit, so to speak, and you're moving back to the point where you're kind of in the same spot where that guy is over there, but now your eyes are pointed where you want to go, right? Who feels they've traveled that like more than one time, right? Yeah. Like, who feels like they're like on a cycle where they do that like actually pretty predictably? Like if you tracked your progress over like any given year, that you would see this at least a couple of times. Come on, let's be honest. Yeah, let's raise a hand, right? Yeah.
What if you see that multiple times a day?
Right. Some people may see this in a given day. They may have a really short cycle, and then some people may have a really long cycle. I've seen people travel this cycle in as long as a couple of years, and I've seen people travel this pretty quick. So here's one of the things for sabotage. If you find yourself, this is the short version, then we're going to go do quick state change, and then maybe we'll talk about this later on, about some of the things that come up in this. But if you find yourself doing this, this is how this works. This is the path that you want to walk on, right? This is the path to diamond, or this is the path to whatever your goal is in business. You start here, you're making forward movement, you hit your sabotage cycle, you go off the path. Now here's the thing, and let's see, maybe we can do this with a jump rope. Let's see, is the jump rope still up here? Check this out. Anybody ever feel like they should be farther along than they are? Yeah. Look, this is why. Okay? Take me just a second. Okay. I need someone to help me. Alex, come on up. This was the end point. That's where you should be. Right? All the time you spent in your cycle is time that you could have been building a massive business. And so if you find yourself like, why am I not farther ahead? I would like to suggest that for most of you, the reason is that you're letting that cycle take way too long to come back around. Now, we can't really avoid cycles. We're all going to go through them. That's part of being human. What we can do, and thank you, Alex, that's really good, okay? What we can do is we can learn to shorten the cycle so that instead of running through a cycle like that, say in 9 months or a year, 2 years, or 3 months, we can learn to run through it first maybe in weeks, then in days, and eventually to run the same cycle in minutes, right? And so maybe later on we'll talk about how to move through a sabotage cycle more quickly so that your downtime is much less down, okay? Who just had an aha? Raise your hand if you just had an aha. Yeah, big time. Okay, so we're going to talk about that later on, but I don't want to get too distracted from where we're going right now, and I know we got to eat at some point. So let's do this. Let's do big state change. We're going to do 15 seconds of insane happiness. Okay, so we're going to go right back there, and oh, this is awesome. Okay, get cameras ready. Okay, right on the edge of your seat. Get on the edge of your seat. Okay, yeah. Whoa, not that kind of happiness. Not here, not now. Yeah. Although it can be done in 15 seconds, I'm just saying. So. What were you talking about? I was talking about tickling. No, anyway. Yeah. All right. So edge of your chair. Everyone get on the edge of your seat. Remember, we're going to go into like Zen Master. If you're at home, we want you doing this too, right? So like Zen Master, just kind of like totally in the moment, fully present. Remember, watch your neighbor, watch your elbows. And then it's going to be wild, intense. You just won $1.5 billion, right? Or whatever it is. You just ranked up. You're just moving forward. Okay? So totally quiet. Go! Turn the time back over to Dave.
Oh, man. You know who this looks really crazy to? Is like the spouses of the people that are watching the live stream that aren't watching. I just hope that they continue to walk in right when we're doing that with no explanation. It'll be like, Oh goodness. So let's do this, all right? So we talked about our whole process, right? And what it is. I mean, there's more parts to it that are little intricate details, but not really things that everybody needs to know to sell. But you guys understand how to use our process better? Does this make sense? Especially in the live stream, a lot of these little leaders, they know how to do this stuff already. We want to make sure that you guys understand how to move your people through to get them to buy more stuff and actually get them to succeed. All right? And again, if we all do the same thing, it works better, right? Because what happens is, and this is what Empower Network originally created, and I created it this way on purpose, all right? And I think I got a little lazy in my brain and just started ignoring it. And then people just started changing it along the way when I wasn't paying attention. I don't really blame them for that because I never really explained to everybody how this works and how it's supposed to work. But I set it up like this for a reason. So what happens is we begin bringing people in. They get exposed to these 8 core steps. They start getting on the Monday calls, which then reinforces all of the steps. It gets them listening to audios, which then reinforces all of the steps. And they just stay in a cycle that keeps them motivated, right? And Will talked about this through the weekend about how energy management is important. Well, motivation management is super important, especially when you're building a team. Right? And so if you could get them involved in a culture that motivates them, you don't have to do it. And the best part is you can do it anyways. You know what I mean? Now there's not all of us are even motivational people, really. Right? We don't know how to do that yet. Right? And so especially your new people, imagine where you are in your business. A lot of people in this room, you know what you're doing. Right? But then this is what you got to think about in everything that you do. Right? And I talk about this stuff in the team building formula. But you're here and say you actually know 100% of what you need to know to succeed in your business and build a huge organization. Except for rather than doing it right, you explain everything to everybody, right? So you know what to do, but you're doing it wrong because you're explaining everything to everybody. So what happens is, how much do they actually remember of what you told them? 10%, 5%, right? 2%? Do they even pay attention? You know? Did they even really want to have that 4-hour-long conversation with you where you managed to explain the whole thing? Do they remember it 3 days from now, 4 days from now, right? So if that's what you do, then what this person, let's say they're like hyper intelligent, right? Super smart, and they got like a trained memory, and they managed to remember 50% of what you told them to do, right? Which if you really know what to do, you shouldn't be doing that anyways. Then what happens is they get somebody started and they do the 4-hour ramble-a-thon with their new person here. But this person, let's say they also have a super trained memory, right? And they're like, go through these memory courses and stuff, and they remember everything you say. So they manage to remember half of that. So then they remember 25%. But then this person down here gets somebody started, and they don't quite remember what happened. So they talk for 6 hours, right? And then this person remembers 12.5%, right? The farther it gets away, the more it gets diluted, and the stupider the stuff is that people do. Right? And this is like assuming people are actually like retaining a large amount, right? What's that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're getting down there, Now this guy, he's not even wandering around in Walmart. You know what I mean? He's like stopping cars in the street. You know what I mean? Trying to get people into his business, right? And so people do dumber stuff the farther away they get from the source, right? So that's how most people actually go about building teams. And you don't know it's dumb until you've been educated that it's dumb. But then after you get educated, you should stop doing this, right? Because the better way to do it is you don't educate people at all. You plug everybody into a system. The system contains everything they need to succeed, right? They plug people into the system. They plug people into the system, and everybody has the same information. And that can work 5 levels down, 1,000 miles away, in another country, in another language, with somebody with below average intelligence talking to a doctor, right? But if you're depending on your personality to do everything, right, it's going to take way more time, way more effort, duplicate less big, be way more frustrating, and people will actually be less effective anyways. So you're actually hurting yourself by wasting tons of time educating people on things that they only can get if they just get on the calls and listen to the inner circle. Right? Does that make sense, everybody in here? Okay. so we're going to go through now, make sales videos, all right? And we'll see how we do. This will be fun because it's getting late. Sometimes I do these things late at night. All right, so we've got the inner circle, right? And we're going to plan this out together here. And everybody watching and everybody in the room, people learn this in the Top Producer Formula. We talk about this process. So we're going to make a sales video to test against the current video in the process for the inner circle. Okay, so I'm actually going to, we'll map this out together. I'll get you guys' ideas, all right? Because I'm sure we could come up with a better idea than I just come up with, right? And then what we'll do is we'll construct an offer and make a pitch for the inner circle and record it with everybody on here. And if you don't have the inner circle, you just may be compelled to buy if you're watching, right? So what we got to capture attention, right? So we got to capture people's attention. These are people, remember, that just came into the funnel. 2, we got to build rapport, right? 3, we got to target a problem. 4, we got to show them a solution, right? 5, we got to set expectations. 6, we got to give social proof. It's easy, we're in a mansion. 7, we got to show them the benefits. 8, we got to give them an irresistible offer. 9, we got to do risk reversal. 10, we got to create scarcity and urgency. I think I've actually missed a step here. Huh? Oh, yeah. That's, I should have put that here, right? It's late. That's easy because we're in a mansion. Okay, so this should actually be 12 here, right? Call to action. Okay, and the goal, right, the outcome is to what? Get as many people as possible to buy the inner circle. Right? Every time you're making a video, you should have a specific outcome for that video. If you don't, it's going to be all over the place. It's like driving a car with one of those map things on the internet and just pushing a random place in the city, you know? But you'll end up somewhere.
Pick a percent.
Yeah, pick a percent. So goal, so we get, well, right now total in the inner circle, we get around 25% of the people coming through, right? Around, depending on the day or depending on the month or whatever. So let's say we want to increase that to 30, right? Percent of the people coming through get the inner circle. All right. So now we got an outcome. The goal is to do that. All right. So what can we do to get attention? Let's get a microphone. This will be a good constructive process for everybody to watch. And you guys could learn this on the internet in the Top Producer Formula. I slightly misordered the steps because it's late. So attention. What can we do to get attention? People just came through the funnel. They just bought a trial, and they're seeing this video for the first time ever, right? They don't necessarily even know what they just bought, right? They're just excited.
Stop. Are you listening?
Okay, we could do a command. Stop, pay attention. Okay, so we tell them to pay attention. That's right. Command. What else can we do? We're in a room with lots of people. What can we do? Tracy?
You could jump rope.
I could jump rope. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Jump rope, right? Oh, we could get everybody screaming around wildly. There you go. You know, and after that, I'll be like, this is not a cult.
We can all go streaking.
Huh?
Streaking, naked.
Okay, Justin could run around naked. Now, ideally, if we capture attention in a way that gets them to, okay, so let me actually cover something else. So let me tell you the difference between the two video series I made, because they really weren't that much better than each other, right? One of them was more product-centric. One of them was more opportunity-centric. What do you think converted better?
Opportunity.
No. Huh? Yeah, of course. Right? The opportunity one. Yeah. Now the difference was in and this is for the upsells. I didn't test this with the inner circle, but the upsells is I told them how much money they could make with the product, right? I still sell the product, but then I told them how much money they could make selling it, and those ones converted anywhere from 30 to 200% better. A big difference, right? Because people are coming in for that through that process. Does that make sense? Okay, so if they pay attention, why? The question is why are they paying attention? What benefit do they get from paying attention to the sales video? Because really, they're paying attention to a sales video. Okay, I'm going to show you how to personally transform.
They can lose money.
I'm going to show you how to avoid losing money, how to make more money.
Maximize your mindset.
Okay, how to create a better mindset.
How to get in the company of millionaires without leaving your home.
Right, how to get in the company of millionaires. Okay, create millionaire associations.
Stick to the
Support
plan.
system.
Huh?
Support system.
Okay, be a part of a support system. How to have a support system.
The only way you'll have success.
Okay, you're not going to have success if you don't use the inner circle, right, to create success.
Reprogram the unconscious mind.
Reprogram your mind. Now, why do they want to reprogram their mind?
So they can make money.
Right, reprogram your mind to make money.
Stick to the plan
Time
long
freedom.
enough to have a breakthrough.
Right, but we don't want to necessarily tell them we want you to stick around forever without a breakthrough, right? But that is a good point.
Overcome limitations.
How to overcome limitations. Limitations like what?
Like self-worthiness or worthiness issues.
Worthiness issues, right? This is a big thing, and not a lot of people talk about it, but everybody feels worthiness issues at some point or another. It's normal, right?
Replace negativity in their environment with something positive.
Right. Create a positive outlook in the future, all right? And so, all right, so we captured their attention somehow. We'll figure this out in a minute, right? So they just joined. I think almost we should start just cheering or something like that because they just joined.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's great. Came on fire.
That's actually kind of shocking right there. Yeah, because right now I use that whiteboard punch at the beginning of the inner circle. That actually converted better than the other video. I tried it putting the whiteboard punch, but that's a good pattern interrupt because it's so weird. Right?
While cheering,
Okay, so we could cheer.
telling them, welcome to Inner Circle.
Yeah, well.
Reframing them before we saw it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Inner Circle.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of shocking. A bunch of people in a mansion cheering right after you buy something. That's a great idea. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so cheering, right? We'll do that wild happiness cheer that Will did and just be totally batso.
What if we put everyone in a circle and then we're in the circle?
Then we're in the inner circle. All right, okay. We can be creative, right? Like I said, we never know if these things are going to work better or worse than. And then we'll immediately tell them, I want you to pay attention to this video because I'm going to show you how to maximize your residual income. Okay? So when somebody buys the inner circle, how much do they get right away?
$70.
Earn $70 commissions. Right? And I'm also going to show you how to, we'll go through the benefits of the product. So rapport, right? We've already got some rapport and authority because they just bought something. But why should they really listen to this room, as an example? Remember, they just bought, right? So why should they pay attention to what we're saying? These are the people in this room that have done what? What has this room done? This room has done $184 million in sales. Right? Got $1 million. How much have you guys earned? Yeah. Yeah, so what we'll do is this. Okay? Is there anybody in here that's not comfortable sharing how much they've earned at Empower Network and how long they've been in? Well, we'll do this with everybody. What we'll do, we'll give you a microphone, say how long you've been in, how much you've earned, give you a microphone, how long you've been in, how much you've earned, and we'll pass it around to a handful of people, right, and then just continue on to the video. Is that cool? Yeah. That's enough authority. Yeah, I think, right? So we'll do a report authority, right, income testimonials. We should have a disclosure on the whole video, right? And so what's the problem that they're having? They just joined, keep in mind. What's the problem that they're having that they can only solve by buying the inner circle?
Broke, they hate their job.
They're broke. Maybe they've been buying lots of opportunities online. I mean, they're going around clicking on stuff on the internet to make money. Who does that?
People out of love.
They do it when they're searching, right? They pulled out their credit card. They might be thinking, I'm just going to try this out. I bet these guys have suckered me. People think that a lot right when they join, right? Let's just be real with people's mindsets when they come in. See, getting them in is not really getting a leader in, right? It's like we're getting somebody in who's like in a broken state. And a lot of times I think we don't realize that we have to bring them in and create an environment immediately. Does that make sense? To nurture that person and to show them that we're different. Huh? Right, so set expectations. So target a problem. They're broke. They've been looking online for a solution. They've been trying to make money. They've been joining opportunities, right? They're wondering if this is real, right? They're wondering if I even know how to do it. They've been doing dumb stuff probably. If we're honest about most people coming in, right? And these are problems they have. They need more leads. They need to make more sales. And how does the inner circle solve this problem? Right? They don't have a lot of time. Keep in mind, job people, right? How many people who get an Empower Network have a job when they start? What percent you think?
99%.
99%, right? So can they sit there watching videos all day? Nope, right? What is every opportunity going to tell them to do that they join online? Sit there and watch videos all day. They can't, right? They don't have time. So they don't have a lot of time and they need to make more money, right? So we're going to give them an education library while we're increasing their residual income that they can listen to in their downtime.
On the way to work.
Right? On your way to work.
We should recruit government employees. They can watch the videos.
Well, I think they actually might be able to do that, along with like taking forever to fill out a form and charging $10,000 for it. Set expectations. All right, what expectations should we set? We were talking about this the other day, so this is a great time to start solving this problem, right? Aaron Rashkin, he brought up expectation conditioning when we're bringing people in. So what expectations do we want somebody to have when they're buying the inner circle?
If you're consistent with it for 30 days, you'll see some kind of result in your life and business.
Okay, so we want them to use it. What specifically, as a group, do you think is the most valuable thing for them to listen to right when they come in?
Speak the world into existence.
Does anybody know the date on that?
It was March 26, 2015. It's in the archives. They changed the date.
Okay, so March. Can somebody get me that before I start the video? March 26, 2015. Okay. So how long should we tell them to listen to it?
3 months of your video.
60 days would be in line with what you say in the 8 core commitments.
Okay, so 60 days. Okay, we'll do 60 days. Forever. We'll just say get that and listen to it forever.
Yeah, why don't we just put it at the top again?
Right.
It is there.
It is at the top. It says 21 days.
Inside it. It says 21. Listen to this for 21 days.
Oh, it does say that? Right at the top? Okay, so where is this easy? Where is this defined? We'll just make it easy to find. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, yeah, solve that problem. Right? Actually, the other day when they put the new back office live, it was really funny. The Inner Circle videos were above the comments, and then below the comments, they put the audios. So I was like, where are the audios? And I scrolled down like to the bottom of the page. I was like, oh, there they are. I was like, we need to move that back above the comments, please. Right? Okay, so social proof. We need no extra time creating social proof. We created it in this section. Right? We're in a mansion. Okay. So the benefits that they're going to experience is, right, number one, somebody sees this video and buys it from you when you're building your business, you'll earn a $70 commission from that purchase, right? Sell at full price, right? So you'll earn $70 when people see this video. And you'll also be able to build a residual income over time. Number two is, what are some other benefits? We talked about them over here, but what are the benefits we think we should list off here to get somebody to really just make a purchase decision instantly?
To give you the information you need to solve the problem why you joined in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to help you, but what problem is that?
Whatever the problem is, you can generically refer to.
We're going to help you hit your income goals.
Did you say up to like $60 residual or like a $6,000 income on 100 people, something like that, like paying out the income picture? Did you say that?
I mean, we could do something like that. Yeah. We could do something like that. I could like
60 times faster than in your traditional,
I mean, I could show a plan here a little bit, you know, and actually, like, what I could say is I could say, you know, for Inner Circle members, you know, we actually have a video that explains our compensation plan where just with, you know, 100 members up to the Inner Circle, you can earn a residual income of $6,000 a month.
I personally wouldn't use the word residual. The average person doesn't know what that means.
Ongoing,
or just say potentially $840 a year.
Yeah, we need to put potentially when we say income, right? Thank you, compliance, right? So a monthly income.
Do you have residual bills you have to pay every month?
Do you have bills that you have to pay every month? Well, you want an income that comes in every month too, right? This is actually, and then I could be like, you know, Justin, what % of your income is the Inner Circle?
I don't know, but a lot.
It's about 40, right?
40.
Yeah. Right, so it's about 40 for the diamonds, right? So if you go around, right, and if you ask everybody, right, it's about 40% of your income, and you're making, like, what's your income this month at so far?
Right now it's at 38, but
38,000. So 40% of that is the Inner Circle, this one product. Pretty good. You know, how'd you like to do that over the next few years? Now, we got to disclose all this stuff, but it's important, right? Does it make sense to you guys? All right, so I could draw out, what do you guys think? A very simple, just, hey, we don't want to draw this out for you, but, you know, in a traditional, normal network marketing business, you earn like $1 per person that comes into your team, right? Well, actually, if you just have 100 people up to the Inner Circle, right, we can show you how to create leveraged residual income. Should we use the refer 3, get yours free in here?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a thing.
Yeah. We'll show you how to get.
We can even do that in a pattern interrupt. I'm going to show you how to get a free membership. Huh? You guys want to use that in there?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay, so refer 3. We got tools. We got refer 3. I think we should put that right at the beginning.
To use in like the risk reversal part, or
right at the beginning.
I think almost for attention, and then also bring up how it works in the risk reversal, because we want them to. They need to understand they need to purchase it first. By the way, guys, customers can also get free product with this. With that refer 3, get yours free thing. So if somebody comes in, they're not an affiliate. If they refer other customers, they also can get their product for free.
So they're an affiliate?
No, they're not getting commissions. They're just getting free product.
Are you going to involve some of the audience, like having people come up and stand visually? Like, remember in Orlando when Chris Jones did the money going up?
So should we use the Uniline?
Yeah, Uniline kind of.
Should we utilize the Uniline?
Maybe in the
I'm asking. It could be a little overwhelming, but
Yeah, in the beginning, like this
the last one.
the last
too much. So that's too.
He said at the end.
Just positioning. I feel like the benefit always works better if we tie it back into whatever it was they were trying to achieve when they came in.
Right. So we tie the benefit back to what they want.
Their target.
The real goal is to help you make the money that you want. Right.
I don't know if that's $500 or $500,000 a month because we don't know who we're talking to on any given day. So, I mean, that's why, well, like Guy and I really connected last weekend because we do it the same way. We ask the people to tell us what their goals are, what their why is, and then put a value on that. We make them put a value on it.
Right.
When they tell me it's going to cost me $7,000 to live like this,
right.
Whatever I do, I say, okay, in order for me to help you achieve $7,000, are you willing to put in this many hours a day?
Right. Okay. So we'll help them reach their goals.
And I don't know where
with the time and the money they have.
I don't know where you did that ahead of that, or if you even did.
Okay.
If you're going to use refer 3 free up, you could use that up front and just say, you know, stick around to look at this.
Video, I'm going to show you how to get a free income. No. We got that. Do not say that. Do not say that. Those of you on the internet, right? Paul Hutchings said that, not the owner of the company. All right. So now we get into irresistible offer. What is it? What is that? It's an offer that's you can't refuse. You can't resist it, right? So what are the elements of making the Inner Circle an irresistible offer that we can give them in that video? Like, why should they buy it right then?
So this whole 6 figures.
We should be passing around a microphone, by the way, just because otherwise the people on the live stream can't hear. We got to be respectful of everybody on here.
Oh, thank you.
If they don't buy it now, they're losing
a lot of money because a certain percentage of people who join are smart enough to realize the inner circle is important and necessary for their long-term success.
Okay, so they're losing money. Okay, so number one reason they should buy right now, they're losing money if they don't. They're not going to maximize the comp plan, right? They're not going to be able to refer this to others or understand it. They're not going to have the information they need to build their business, right? But what are we giving them right then that if they don't buy it right then, they're gonna lose out on that thing? Like, what can we do, Aaron?
Every day that they don't improve their mindset, they're losing a day in the compounding effect, and so their mindset is affecting their skill set.
Okay, so they're not improving their mindset and they're losing. Okay, what else?
If they're not growing, they're dying.
If they're not growing, they're dying.
I don't know if that's the right way to say it. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. There's no stagnant. There's nothing staying still.
They won't be able to blog about anything.
Yeah, they won't have content. They need content to blog about. That's a good one, right? Okay.
Factual data also. All 7-figure and 6-figure earners buy that product on the spot.
All 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners buy that product on the spot. Okay, and we actually got them in the room.
I like the idea when we were giving away the top producer webinar. When people bought the Inner Circle.
What were we doing? Sorry?
I think one of the funnels we had, we were giving for people that bought the Inner Circle the first time through, they would get the
live streams?
The team builder, or no, the top producer.
Yeah, I want to give that to them there because I think we can sell that in a downsell funnel because that's super valuable. And we give that along with the top producer formula package. So
okay.
I love the idea of it's like going to the gym, but for your mind. So it's like a membership for your mind.
It's like a membership for your mind?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there anything that, without complicating things, we can give people as an offer only if they buy right then?
Like a bonus?
I'm just asking, yeah.
Legacy products?
You got all those people.
Well, we got those in the legacy. Huh? Well, let's pass the microphone around.
From the all accesses that we've done over the last few months.
Yeah, the all accesses, those are going in the all-in thing, aren't they?
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
How about if we have maybe Will do a little bit of a mindset training on how to use the Inner Circle?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe like a bonus.
There's a piece of this. A piece for
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Like a bonus video from like America's number one
America's number one hypnotherapist.
Why doesn't Will do that?
How about let's call him a performance coach.
So what? We could give them the audio sections from the state change stuff that Will did.
Yeah.
What about if we do that?
Yeah.
Does that think it's too complicated? I don't want to overwhelm
No, as a special bonus if you buy the Inner Circle right now.
Okay. As a special bonus, we're going to give you the mindset stuff from this event.
Valued at
$1,500.
Valued at $8 million. Just the hula hoop was $4,000, right? So we're giving the mind some stuff. What else?
I just wanted to add, maybe, I don't know if we want to think about the word. I personally think that the word mindset is just like-minded and all of these other buzzwords going around in the industry. And frankly, can we use something a little different? Perhaps
such as?
Remove the confusion. Understand the business better. Some other language other than mindset.
Or in addition to mindset. So like how to create clarity.
Yes.
Specific words, in other words.
Specific words that speak to the result that they actually want.
Okay. To learn specifically mindset skills and strategies that are going to help you earn 6 and 7 figures in your business, no matter what you're promoting. Stuff like that.
Yes.
So specific.
Specific because mindset is always encompassing that. It's always encompassing the confusion in your decision process and all of that. But to accomplish what? It's the end goal is the business.
Right.
How about the term personal development? Because a lot of people are seeking personal development, and mindset is personal development.
Personal development, right? So
our personal development product.
Like your own personal development academy.
Okay.
It's got to be related to making money.
Yeah, it's got to surround that, or it's going to lower the conversions. Really.
I was just going to say that a lot of this stuff has to do with confidence and self-esteem to be able to recruit more reps so they can make more money in any company.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so self-esteem, knowing what to do, what to say.
Yeah. People want to feel like they're part of something.
The live stream can't hear you. You need
Inner circle.
Here, back there. Yeah, just talk in the microphone.
The product name itself. You are going to be a part of our inner circle. That's why we named the product that.
Yep.
So having them feel like
that secrecy feel.
They're a part of something now. You will not be a part of the inner circle unless you get this product.
Yeah. Okay. I think that we've got enough here. So risk reversal, we've got, number one, we've got a guarantee, the 2 weeks, right? Number two, we've got refer 3, and then you have a free personal development library, right? Plus you get to make money.
Plus, in the bonus that will put you away, I think we asked Will to record like a 5 to 10 minute video where he reframes them to get all in eventually in their business, to be all in the business.
Well, if people listen to the inner circle, they're going to get all in. Yeah, that's all the way through. Yeah, that's all the way through that whole library. I think every audio refers to it at least one time. Okay, so we got it. So we've got scarcity and urgency. Okay, we've got the bonus with Will sessions from this event, and we'll take that away. They could lose out on commissions.
Could put the Uniline there.
Yeah, they'll definitely lose out on placement.
We could put the Uniline, but it might also confuse them. What do you guys think? You think we should put it in?
A brushing eye.
Yeah, like a lose.
I'm not going to tell you how this works, but we have a system.
Right.
You don't even got to say Uniline.
Yeah, we don't need it.
They're all they're going to do. We know that they're going to get that.
Right.
Because I think about it.
Oh, hold on. The microphone. Guys, microphones. Back up here.
I don't think people realize it unlocks their gold income. Like if they don't get,
but these are new
right
people.
Now,
keep that in mind. They don't know what gold is.
If they don't know about that, they are literally when they hit gold, they're going to be losing out on so much income. Because like the Uniline, you want to lock in so that it starts building from day one.
It'll begin their qualifications.
Well, right, but you want them to start accumulating that money though, right away.
Yeah.
But this
So like without going into it, can you?
Hello.
Can you
Jedi?
Can you just tell them that, hey, look, I don't want to explain this in great detail, but we have a way where all of the people watching this video that join after you are going to be placed below you, and on average, I mean, you can't tell them how many, but like we've got however many hundreds or thousands of people watching this video right now. And the second you join is the second that all of those other people who join after you are going to go down below you.
The only problem with that is there's lots of legs, and so maybe they don't have the Uniline building quickly, and then they think the company's not growing. That was the actual problem with the way we framed the Uniline in the beginning.
Yeah, we have to remember that this is somebody coming in for $7, and
so they don't really know what it is.
Yeah, and so they're we're already telling them they're going to lose commissions. That's good. Their idea, they're thinking about money. They want to know how they can make money. So I mean, when we start getting into too much stuff, we're just going to blow their minds, and they're just going to be like. And if you even say, "I can tell you about this later," that's still that leaves that kind of scammy kind of doubt in their head. That if we could just say, "These are the points." And you're going to lose some money if you don't lock in your product now, and just leave it at that.
It's enough as it is.
Yeah. It can be too much.
Right.
And they also feel that they're not getting all the information right up front, which gives people a little bit of resistance too.
Yeah, we should tell them that they have all the information they need.
Right. Instead of saying, we'll talk about that later, that's definitely not the right way to sell.
There's no risk to you. Okay. So is there...
We have some from live stream.
Okay, from live stream? Yeah. Okay. It's cool to do this, isn't it? We've never done something like this before.
It is a little bit backwards, a little bit. So Lynn Brown says you can download this product to your iPod as well. So that's something.
Okay, yeah. Right to your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Stephanie says Inner Circle creates a mental blueprint for your success.
Okay, mental blueprint for your success. I like that. So this is where, let me tell you guys where I think so far, this is the only thing that we're really lacking here, okay, is it really urgent enough to where we can get them to do it right then from what we've described?
What does the other videos say for urgency?
Yeah, I don't think we have really great urgency in that one either, right? What can we do to create more urgency to where they just can't say no? Anything you guys can think of?
Nobody wants to say
that bonus with the wheel stuff is good.
Well, nobody wants to say no to money. So we have to, again, circle around the money.
So say they don't get...
So he said to focus on money, so they don't get that bonus with...
They buy it later.
Right. Okay, but then we can't also use this all over the funnel, all over the place. So that's about it.
Continue to lose money.
Right, so that'll help. Is there anything else that makes more urgency here? We're brainstorming, collaborating, right?
Was an audio.
Pass the microphone, guys. Remember, the live stream can't hear, and we got 1,000 people watching.
Yeah, there was an audio. Of course, it dealt with the old comp plan and the old highest level product, but it was teaching how to manifest resources out of thin air. So if anybody has urgent bills that they need covered right now, that inner circle, if we can do something to put it back, or to put something similar to it, there's something coming, there's something, you know what I mean?
I wonder if there was a
You see what I'm
compliance
saying?
reason we removed that. I'm actually.
You know what I'm talking about?
You guys said that a long time ago.
Well, we'll just hide it deeper in the site.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Because it's, I use it as an urgency. Yeah. I did use it as a big urgency because people have immediate bills, and it's like, boom. They don't know yet that there might be other, products coming at that point. But the idea that, you can manifest thousands of dollars out of thin air in 3 days.
That just sounds like curing cancer with a pill
I
or
know,
something right
I know,
there,
but-
though.
well, I know.
It would work wonderfully, but we do got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah. But
What about some type of reward program for if they actually watch the Inner Circle videos after they purchase it? Like, get it, if you actually come in, you purchase this product.
That's good after they purchase it. We can talk about that later. But what about getting them to buy it right then, where if they losing out big time if they don't? That's what I'm looking for here. Something we're missing this.
A few testimonials, a couple of testimonials.
Yeah, but that's not what we're looking for. Pass her the thing.
I think the urgency, what drives me certainly is I want to be on the inside. I want to know what's going on right now at the highest levels. And I think that I want to be right there is a very empowering, I can get in here and I can, be.
Still missing urgency, though. Let's back there to Tracy. It's fun, isn't it?
Maybe
like school.
when you talked about the comp plan earlier, and we kind of demonstrated different paths that people could take to get to bronze. Maybe that's the next, the most immediate financial goal. If we could create maybe, 3-step blueprint or 5-step blueprint to show you how to make your first $2,000 in the next 30 to 60 days. But we have a legitimate step-by-step, like how we did here. You get 2 people, that would be in the PDF, not in the video, but you get 3 people, you get your account free, you get to boss, you get, 5% more, whatever we do, but just show them how to actually map out $2,000 in the next 30 to 60 days.
I can show them how to do, I was thinking about doing that in the actual video, like just saying, hey, imagine doing this, right? But
do you remember that automatic
we're getting there.
The automatic webinar we had?
Yeah, we're doing another one actually tomorrow night. But
I was thinking of giving that as a bonus, like the webinar for them buying right then.
Yeah. Well, we could do that, but the old webinar, especially, it has well,
not that one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, do a new one.
Just we'll delete X out half of the faces in it. You know?
Yeah. Get rid of the Christmas trees.
Just put an X through their face so they can't really see it, and we'll still leave the voice there.
Blur their face like it's
out
cops.
Their names. Huh?
Blur their face like it's cops.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking of something. If we can do something, and this is what I'm looking for here, if we can create something to where it really is, there's a loss if they don't do it right exactly then. Yeah. To make it sweat a little bit. That's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah, I think how would you like to see what a bunch of millionaires showed up to an undisclosed
But what if they
location
came in through that webinar that we're creating tomorrow? Then what do we give them?
already see it.
I don't know. You know, those are.
Well, you have a recording of the webinar so that it just keeps showing up every next, the next day is the next live webinar.
Yeah, recorded.
Okay.
What about highlighting some of the most compelling titles? Like, hear how, this person did that. Like, what are some of the most compelling titles of the Inner Circle audios? And because going through some of those, you're sure to hit some pain somewhere where somebody's got, you know what, I just got it. I have that because that's going to help me. That third one that he said, that's going to help me. So highlighting some of the most compelling ones.
Give it to Darren. Darren here has an idea. And maybe it's good because he's a copywriter. He's like, wait a second, I got it. He's like, I got it.
Well, I don't know if I have it. I've got it, but I don't know if I have it. What if we combine something? So if we, on the pages, we've always just defaulted to just video. And we've never really summarized anything. We've never really given compelling reasons why people need to buy immediately. And a lot of times they get overwhelmed with watching the video, and it's a huge environment to take in when someone's just purchased. Imagine someone's on their cell phone, because we're getting more mobile people buying. They've already sat through a sales video. They've bought for $7. Now they're sitting through another one, and the uptake on that might be a little bit low, and that might be why the upsells aren't happening. People just might not be consuming the sales material. So why don't we write it out, what they're getting, right? Have we can bullet all the like highly profitable results, get tons of testimonials, and then we can do something like if they consume, the top 10 Inner Circle audios within a 14-day period, they unlock a bonus. But that bonus is only available if they buy it from this time frame. You can't get that bonus elsewhere. Because one of the main things we want to do is precondition them to consume it too.
Right, because that's the expectation conditioning.
Right? So everything here, we're basically selling the crap out of the product, but we're not telling them that they have to consume it. Right, so we can give them a bonus that's only unlocked if they use the product, which will drive more upsells from the other stuff too.
Right, okay. I like that. That's actually a good idea right there. And so what would that... So we would make a list of the...
We could just take like
10, how many audios?
Like 5, who knows, 5 audios. Like give them like a 5-day blueprint or something, right? Something so simple that they can just bang out.
I want to make sure that we're staying within a realm of let's make sure this doesn't take forever to do, because I think this won't be too hard for tech, but I always think nothing's that hard for tech.
All that needs to happen.
It's like, hey, just build a blog system. It's not that hard, but
But all that really needs to happen is they have to go in and check off a few boxes. Right?
Yeah.
Like the reality is...
So they go in, they listen to the audios, check the boxes, you unlock your bonus, and the bonus is you get these audios from
From Will.
Right. I think that's enough.
Like if you have testimonials here about what Will did, right? And you can start with clapping and welcoming and say, we just got through this experience with Will, and we're going to share with you how you can actually get a recording of what we just did, right? So just let me tell you what we're doing here and why we're in this mansion, and then you bring back and say, how did you guys feel after going through that? You build that expectation that like, oh shit, I'm going to figure out what's going on here.
So
I can't get it.
I like this. So in this part, when we do this, here's the only thing is that there's a lot of people here, and we got to keep this video short. We don't want an hour-long video, right? And so, just if your testimonial is long, we may just delete it from the video. just so if you guys think like who in here had and I'm not looking for everybody's hand to go up, like who honestly had a massive breakthrough this weekend so far? If you've had a massive breakthrough, raise your hand. And it probably not just everybody, right? So we have right? So we have 4 right there. Okay? If we could get these 4, that's enough. Okay? And then everybody could cheer for them or something to summarize that breakthrough and why they need that bonus, right? And what results you've created and what results you think you're going to create now that you have that information, but make it short, Okay, we can insert that as a bonus. I like that idea. Everybody here like that idea? Yeah. Okay, we got a sales video now. Huh? The bonus is we're basically going to tell people that when they buy the Inner Circle, we're going to give them audios to listen to over a period of time, right? Sometime like a week.
Sure.
Or something like that. And then when they complete that, we're going to unlock a bonus for them. And that bonus is the sessions that Will did, the audios of the breakthrough sessions.
In the sales video, we're telling them that there's like a bonus within a bonus? Right.
Yeah, there's a bonus within a bonus within a bonus. It's so good. Well, it does sound a little confusing, though, because is there any way we can make this more simple? Can we just give it to them if they buy? I mean, does it?
Yeah.
Look, I'm just sitting back here.
I know. What do you think? I don't want to overcomplicate this because this already is sounding super complicated. Let's make a little widget, right, where a walking man is appearing on the screen, and if you click on him, you click on his eye, right? So
What he said is really simple. Like if you've ever watched late night TV,